Hey there, and welcome to another episode of the Paths We Take podcast. And today I wanted to share with you just some tips that I have learned over the last kind of 6 to 12 months, ever since I started training for the Stay Strong Run, the 14 marathons in 7 days that I'm going to be doing. Because let me tell you, running isn't cheap. I think we all knew that running wasn't cheap, but I think a lot of us that run, in the 100+ kilometer range weekly know just how expensive running comes when it comes to the tech that we wear, when it comes to nutrition, when it comes to gels, when it comes to burning through shoes. And a lot of us aren't pro athletes, aren't sponsored by all of these brands. We don't get free things. So we have to be spending a lot of money every week into something that we love. And I think it's cool, being able to put in the money, but at the same time, it is expensive. So here are my tips on how to save money with running. First one being buying the proper shoes. I think shoes are so expensive these days. The prices just seem to be going up more and more and more. But I think you can save by purchasing the right shoes for you and just purchasing the shoes based on your intention. So, there are shoes these days that are a great option to be worn for most of your sessions. Something like the Superblast, for example, super great cushioning in here, is bouncy and responsive for people that want to be wearing it for upper pace or upper tempo work, but also can be worn for something like a long run, also can be worn for a recovery run, for your warm-ups, cool down. So really, it's a shoe that can do it all if you wanted, and that saves you hundreds down the road. Instead of you needing a dedicated shoe for every single session, you could just be wearing the Superblast, for example. Another thing is looking into those brands out there that are a little bit more alternative or less known here in Australia, but can give you some massive savings. One of them being Kiprun. Kiprun is by far my favorite brand that I have found these days. It is a brand similar to Asics, for example. So the Kiprun Kipstorm Tempo is a shoe that is quite similar to, in my opinion, the Superblast, but it is literally half the price. This shoe runs for $160 here in Australia. It is super cushioned. It is bouncy as hell. It is comfortable. It can be worn for your faster paced sessions. It can be worn for your long runs, for your easy runs. It is an amazing shoe in a package that is $160. So again, finding brands like this that are on the more affordable side are a great option these days. I'm just looking at my list of things that I wanted to go over. Last year's models as well. When it comes to race shoes, when it comes to, new shoes that are coming on the market, it just means that last year's models are going out of stock and they're going for sale. So might as well jump on it if you'd want. The New Balance Super Comp version 5 is an example. The Elites version 5, is an example of something that I love. And now that the version 6s are out, the version 5s are going on sale. I just ordered another pair, even though I have not gone through the pair that I'm wearing right now, because I know that when they're gone, they're gone. And then I'm going to need to pay $360 for the new version, where I love the old version and don't think there's anything wrong with it. So might as well pay half price and just have them in storage for when I need them in a few months. Nutrition. This is probably one of the most important things, because I think I I was adding up my nutrition bill at the end of the day at the end of the week, 1 week when it comes to gels, when it comes to supplements, and I was literally spending hundreds basically every couple of weeks. And one way to avoid needing all of these excessive supplements is making sure that you're actually eating properly. I invested in seeing a dietitian a few months ago just to really make sure that I was eating what I needed to eat. And it saved massively because I don't need extra powders. I don't need extra supplements and all of this stuff anymore because I'm actually getting the nutrition that is required through my food. Of course, there are a few things here and there that I'm still taking, but when it comes to supplements, my bill has been cut down in half, basically. Gels, that is something that I have been working on forever. And it is something that the last kind of month or two I've switched up because spending money on gels is just ridiculous. Like the amount that I've been spending for long runs, for sessions during the week. Again, when you are running 15 plus kilometers every single day, sometimes you're going to need a gel here or there during those sessions, especially on the longer efforts, especially on long runs. And it adds up. Again, for people that aren't sponsored by companies that don't get, free top-ups and things like that, it can definitely add up when you're paying $350 plus per gel every single week. So baby food and maple syrup. This is something from the other Brady on Instagram that I have adopted. Mixing kind of like a quarter tub of baby food with maple syrup has saved massively. I now just take like one sachet of this during a long run and sip it throughout my long run. And you can easily get like 60 carbs just in this sachet here and not have to carry 3 or 4 gels to get the same amount of carbs. So lifesaver. Thank you, the other Brady, for that tip because honestly, I've seen those videos and I'm like, I'm never doing that. But also when it comes to savings, I'm doing that. And finally, I think when it comes to buying things, I have been really trying to buy things that last and that are not just the latest trend because sometimes when you buy things, it doesn't last that long and then you're going to have to go out and buy something else. So I'm the type of person that I would rather spend $100 on a singlet that is good quality and that will last me years rather than spending $20 on a singlet that I found on sale and it breaks down within 3 months because then I'm just going to need to get another one and then another one. And I'm the type of person too, whenever I go into the store, I always buy way more than intended. So if I can avoid getting into the store or online shopping, saves me hundreds. But those are just a few things that I have adopted the last couple of months into the last year. And it's something that I'm probably going to continue doing because things are only going to get more expensive when it comes to my training, when it comes to the 7 days that I'm going to be on the road running 14 marathons. I'm going to need a lot of nutrition, a lot of shoes, and it's going to add up. So I'm going to want to spend as least amount of money as possible.